right, we were talking about AI. This is not something I expected to be talking about today, but it looks like AI is making waves again. I know ChatGPT was released not too long ago, and that made a lot of headways, and even schools now have to build in detectors to detect ChatGPT and all that fun stuff. AI has been really advancing, as you know, and for the most part, it's actually pretty cool to see it because AI has so many models to learn off of that it can always evolve many, many times over. Of course, there are some caveats with this. For example, recently the game Power World was in some controversy for using AI, and I would boil it down to the biggest controversy with AI. Stuff like AI arts, or even like AI in video games, even though they've had them for the longest time, is that when it comes to AI, it tends to it can probably take away jobs. That's the big one I keep seeing nowadays, especially if you're in the technical field like I am. You can see your jobs can be taken away by a machine, by an AI literally doing the work for you and cutting down all that work in your favor. There's also the good chance that AI can also not just replace people, but like it makes more corporations more lazy. So instead of having to hire people, they can be like, well, we're just going to make an AI do all the work. And AI art can get to the point where you can get rid of whole entire industries, like artists, for instance. Why pay an artist with an imagination when you can just toss in a prompt or put in an algorithm and you can get all that fun stuff? So that's really what AI comes down to. And let me tell you this, it's a really tough one. And the fact that AI isn't really like regulated as well, and it's up to the people like who make this stuff to regulate it, proves that we're in for a bit of a rough ride. Now, like I said, technologically speaking, this advancement is actually really interesting, and I really enjoy watching it evolve. On the other hand, I can't be naive and not remember that there's a lot of other stuff that comes along with it, lots of other baggage. But we'll get to that shortly. Now, what we're going to be talking about is the ChatGPT creator OpenAI actually unveiled a video generating AI software called Sora. So we're going to look at Sora right now, or at least the announcement, and we're going to take a look at the trailer live. So as we're watching this, you can see that it's replicating like a drone shot. Like it's actually going into like this thing is going into the local market or whatever. And it's really showing you like something, two people walking. Of course, if you have like not a trained eye, but if you pick up on details, you'll see that the trees don't really look too right. Like it looks kind of fuzzy around the trees and the flowers aren't really aligned up properly. And it looks like this woman is kind of like phasing in between the sign. And how even though the buildings look really realistic, like the signs don't look the same. So that's really what I want to point out. Because we kind of see, we'll kind of see like, oh, people are like, oh, we're worried that AI is going to get too advanced. And it's like, well, yeah, it's really good. But it's like right now you can see people like, you can kind of see the flaws in it. Give it like a few more years and it'll probably be almost perfect. Of course, this has no audio in it. So you're not going to see too much of that. But think about it this way too. A year ago, we saw Will Smith eating spaghetti. And this looked like it was straight out of like, not even a horror movie. It just looked like some botched budget project. And now we are literally here. That is how fast this technology can evolve. And of course, there's another one that I remember is like the EDP cupcake store. I don't know. Actually, can I even say that name on YouTube anymore? Oh, I might have to watch out for that one. We'll see. That one was wild because the cupcake in that video was like literally floating above his hand, which was hilarious because that's how behind the technology was.
What it's cracking with it, my fellas? It's your boy EDP445. I'm back out of prison running a cupcake store.
And here we are doing whole videos. So I actually want to take a look at the website itself to look at the various prompts that they've been testing. And yeah, so I will join you guys very shortly as we go through the website. Glad you can make it. So here we're going to be we're at the website. So this is OpenAI at Sora. So Sora is an AI model that can create realistic and imaginative scenes from text instructions. And from what we saw earlier, they're pretty good. Very, very good. So here it says, we're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion with the goal of training models that help people solve problems that require real-world interaction. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. misinformation is probably going to be even more prominent with these AI models now than ever before. You know what I mean? So, introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while maintaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. So, even though this video is playing right now, we're actually going to go back to all the way to the beginning of this. And so here, the prompt here is: a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm and glowing and neon animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, long red dress, and black boots. So we're gonna take a look here. So if we're looking at like the person's model themselves, it's actually scary how good it is. But of course, if you have a keen eye, this guy over here, what is he wearing? And he's not even moving properly. Like it looks like his pants and like his legs are fused together. Even here, look at the signs. The kanji doesn't make any sense. I don't read Japanese, but I can tell you that kanji does not make any sense. Even like the way like she's walking and she's like interacting with her environment, it just does not line up properly. But in terms of creating a quick video off of a prompt, that's impressive. See, even going into her eyes, it's kind of like the reflections kind of. Don't even implement like a ray tracing. Looks like it implemented ray tracing at the bottom of the stuff there, but yeah. Whew. I'm actually kind of concerned with like misinformation when it comes to this stuff. But anyways, we'll keep going down, and we're gonna look at the prompt: historical footage of California during the gold rush, and it actually builds the whole. It gives you the buildings and the entire environment off of a single prompt for 25 seconds. Now, of course, you're looking at these buildings, and it's just like these are okay. Like you can, if you've seen enough like AI or like enough deep fakes, you can learn to pick out like what's real and what's not real. You know. Now, of course, your average person is probably gonna look at it like this is really good, but for someone like for me, for instance, I can actually look at it and tell you. But of course, this is not the only video. Well, this is another one, but this is not the only one that's gone viral. The biggest one that's gone viral is actually one with the dogs in the snow. And I actually want to show you guys that one in particular. So I will meet you in a minute or in a second. Now that we're back we're with the dogs. Who let the dogs in? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want that. Anyways, so we're going to take a look at this dog video now again. And here we have literally three puppies, playing in the snow. And you see the puppies are literally interacting, and it actually almost looks like the real deal. It's so weird and like kind of off. And then see, like the dog is even looking into your face. Oh, of course, that the animations are a little bit off. Like it's the way the dog's head, the puppy's heads are moving. It's just like but it's wow. Anyways, now while this is all cool, I actually want to address something that I mentioned earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. And even though this is only open to like a few testers at the moment, so not many people get access to this stuff, and not anyone can just go crazy with it. And there's going to be a lot of like revision of this kind of material, because think about it this way: people can go insane with this stuff once they get their hands on it. Because as soon as this becomes open, people are going to be trying the wildest prompts. But for more like nefarious purposes, you'll find that there'll be people who like fake news stories just to get ahead. Because, like, think about it this way: like trust in media is at an all-time low. People don't really trust what they see anymore, even though, ironically, a lot of people don't really check sources like that. They don't really look through things. They won't double-check anything. But ironically, people don't trust that kind of stuff. And I won't go too conspiracy brain for you guys, because that's not what I'm here for. But I'm telling you, like, a very realistic way to think about it is like, yeah, people are going to take advantage of this stuff. Even if it's for, like, the most minute ways of getting ahead, people are going to do that. So it's a scary prospect. Like, don't pretend like it's not. And on top of that too, when you think about like AI and stuff, it's such a controversial topic to the point where people will be battling over this stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's that controversial, and it's a conversation that I'm not sure people are really ready for, because like I mentioned earlier, like stuff like Power World. Bro, the CEO said that he likes AI or whatever, or thinks it's interesting, and people took that and they ran with it and said, yeah, this game is made with AI, when it's like, that's not true. And even though Steam disclosed that, they have to disclose you have AI in your game. But anyways, don't get me started with that. But that's not even the only thing. Like, think about it this way. Even if they go all the way and restrict people from using certain prompts, like, I don't know, people in the white hoodies, okay? I'm saying that for you know why I'm saying white hoodies. While that stuff might be banned, who knows? There's some workarounds around it. Like, you could find a way. So can you realistically, you know, filter out every single piece of media? You can get the obvious ones, but the more subtle people are gonna find a way around it. And give this technology. Even if I say 5 years, it feels like it's not enough, because how fast it evolves. Like, I say, give it 2 years, and you're gonna see some really creative stuff and some really big changes going around. And I don't know if we're really ready for that kind of stuff. And to me, what ends up going to happening is that we're going to see a lot of regulation with this stuff. And they're like, yeah, listen, while this stuff is really cool, we're not letting this happen. Like, we're not letting any more people do this. And yeah. Like, how we went from Will Smith eating spaghetti to dogs playing in the snow is baffling to me. And I didn't even show you guys all the prompts. I gave you guys a few of them that I saw. There's a lot. But I actually encourage you to check it out for yourself and see if you can spot the faults in the AI, because, well, I may be able to help you somewhat. Not everybody can. Like, think about, and like, use your head and think about like real world proportions and all that. But no, give it, I say, 2 years. 2+ years, and this will be literally a 1-to-1 copy that you literally cannot tell unless you literally are the one who made it. That's how it's going to end up. So, wow, AI is really getting there. It's really getting there. But the question on everyone's mind is like, what is going to be real and what's not real? So that's up to us to figure out if we can figure it out or not. But if you want my honest opinion on it, like my actual opinion, I will say that this is really cool stuff. But I have a fear that it's like people are going to just misuse it like they always do, and because it gets misused. People are gonna go buck wild with it. But anyways, I just wanted to take a look at this really quickly, and it really caught my eye, and it's something that I like talking about AI. It's actually a lot of fun, and this one's much more tame than some other controversies that we covered in the past. But anyways, without that being said, and basically with me being all AI brained out, because I am actually kind of tired, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, leave a dislike if you want to. Hey, maybe you can prompt me out of existence. Ciao for now.